I started by going in the street and I would share something little with them, a piece of bread and a cup of juice. We became friends with those children. I visited them like 1 year in the street of Nairobi, the street of Roiro. You find them sleeping on the floor, when you find them like covering themselves with the paper. When I just go round in the street, God was just moving my heart. I have to do something for these people. And so because I did not believe in myself I can do it, what I was doing is praying and telling God just to give the good heart to the people who are rich and who can support those children. But one day God talked to me through a vision, and he told me that I'm the one who will do that work. He wanted me to start it. And it was very hard for me. I did not believe that is God who is speaking, because I was asking, how can God tell me to do something like that, which is very hard for me, and what he knows very well, maybe I cannot do it because I don't have money. But he keep on talking to me, and I was just hearing the voice which was telling me, just trust in me. And so one day I took a step to trust God. I invited them to come and visit where I stay, and they came. We had a very good time with them, and by the end of the day, some of them decided that they will not go back to the street, and that's how Hope Home was started. I'm Pastor Lucy from Kenya. I'm the founder of Gathega Children's Hope Home, which was started in 1996.
My name is Duncan Degwa from Gathega Children's Hope Home. We started to rescue the street family in 1996. The time was passing the town, and we make friends with the street family. Then one day we invited them to Gathega Children's Hope Home. They come, and after came, they refused to go back to town in street.
My husband was very, very supportive, because when I was starting this orphanage, on my side I was not working, but my husband Duncan was working. For that time I was young, my children were young, and so these children, I was staying with them in one small house which was 3 rooms, which one was my bedroom, the other one was for my children, and the children from the street, they were using our sitting room where I could put mattresses just on the floor. They were sleeping there, and they were there like for the whole year.
I remember in 96, my mom invited the kids from the street to come to our home. I was 9 at that time. And we were young, the kids were young, so it's more of like, hey, we have a bigger number of us to play around. I would say the very first thing that we had to learn was sharing, because we had to share everything that we had. With food, we had to, like, the sizes of cooking had to become bigger. And in the beginning, like, my parents didn't have like a lot of support. It came from feeding 3 kids, because at that time my sister had already moved out. So it came from feeding 3 kids to like having 6 more kids. And the funny thing is that the kids kept on coming and coming and coming. The kids would go back and bring each other. So the number kept on growing and growing. And so like it was getting harder for food, it was getting harder for where the kids to sleep, it was getting harder for what the kids to wear. But they had a place to sleep, they had a place to call home, they had people who cared for them.
God gave me that heart of the burden of the children who are needy. And so I could go, when we don't have food in the house, I could go to the shop and talk to the shopkeeper, tell them, please give me a unga, and then I'll pay by the end of the month. And so my husband was paying those debts by the end of the month. So I could say he was very supportive in this vision.
In Kenya, we have the shopkeepers who have their own stores, like, or their own shops where you buy rice, you buy flour, and stuff like that. So we'll end up like, there is a way that you can borrow, you can get stuff from them, and then like you'd pay at the end of the month. So I think my dad's salary would end up like going there at the end of the month. So that's how we survived. And sometimes well-wishers, you find one person bringing flour. Or there's also like family members who are very supportive, who would like, bring food, or be like, you can come for food from us.
We have finished making the tea. It's around 6 in the morning, or some minutes to 6. We have bread, we have tea, and we have the cups. We are going to street of Nairobi to feed the people who live in the streets. There are these questions which people ask. Where does these children come from? Because like now they are quite a number. There are very, very, very many in the street. Every street you go to visit, you find those children, they are there, and they are increasing. Like every month, like every year, they are just increasing and increasing. It is a big, big, big problem which will be there. And I have been following the reasons why these children join the streets. And the main problem here we have is girls who give birth when they are young, like underage. Because they give birth, but they don't have any resources to support this baby. And when this girl comes to the age of marriage, they get married to the people maybe who will not agree maybe to take that boy or to take that girl. She will leave this boy with maybe grandfather or grandmother. Still this grandmother, if is not supportive, will find this boy will be struggling. Maybe they don't have food, and most of them decide to join the street. Others, they are the ones who, their parents, they are very drunk. They are very, very, very drunk, and so they don't take care of their children. Most of the children, if they feel like they don't have food, they don't have somewhere to stay, they join the street. And others, they are the big group, come from slums, where we know most of the people who live there, they have differences in the families, and they have the problems, and so most of them, they cannot care for their children.
We thank your uncle for bringing tea for us in the morning, and God bless him, for he has done for us many things in the streets, and we need more things. God bless him. Thank you.
We want to thank all the people there that always help us. We thank God and give them more things to help us.
Thank you, uncle. Thank you.
Also me, I'm a Reform Street boy. I live in the street around 30 years, and now I'm older. That now why I was coming this Nairobi when I'm young. I was 9 years old, but now I'm 40 years old. So me, I know the life of street family because I'm the one who was sniffing glue, sniffing marijuana. Like now me, I was struggling, I was carrying the rags, I was picking metals, I was doing things which is not good. But now I have realization. I run driving school, I get a driving license, now I'm a boda man. But now when we are in the street, when we are sniffing glue, everybody was caring for us. He's going away from us because he's saying, this street boy is a thief, this street boy is a bad boy. But when you come with a good mood to them and then you talk to them, they are good people. Like me, long time people, they are not coming near to me because they are saying, this is a street boy. He can snatch for me, he can do bad for me. But now I can talk to the world. Even now I know, one day, one time, we'll talk to our president. Because they have their needs, but nobody come to get their needs. But if somebody come to talk to them, they can say many things. which they need, because they are lost their need to live in the street, but they live in the street because nowhere to live. But if somebody can come, or our government to join hands together, we can clear the street family and they can be a good people. Because those street families, they live hard life in the street. Sometimes they are sick, nobody care for them. They are lying down, they are sleeping to the corridor, nobody can come and ask them. Even them, they are come and they abuse them. They just beat them than to talk with them. That is the way that we are trying to talk even to our government, to organizations that care for the street boys or people. Because you know, everybody is a human being. They don't know how to vote. They don't know the way to come through to the government. So many organizations and our government, through where they are, is better. They can come closer.
If we don't come in like a community, it will be a problem in the society. That's why we have a lot of people who are killing others, people who are stealing, people who are doing this and this and this, because maybe they were not catered for when they were young. So when we are trying to solve this problem, still we are trying to find the healing of the society of our country. From 1996 to here we are today, we have touched a lot of children, quite a number. Even now, still we visit street children who are there, and we go there normally once per week, and we go there just to continue to show those children's love, and still to be able to select the children who can join school. And if they are there, we just bring them to Gathiga. They go through rehabilitation, and after 1 year or 2 years or some month to recover, so that we can take her or him to school. And most of them, they have changed, and we have taken them to school. There are some who we bring and they are not in good condition, maybe they are sick. Still for those ones, we take them to the hospital they go through treatment and they recover.
It's amazing how the kids can change from the way they look, from the way they act when they're on the street, to how they come and settle when they come to the home.
My name is Lewis Maina, and I say that I want to become a KDF, or if I don't become a KDF, I want to become a teacher.
Hello, I'm George Mwangi. I came here back in the year 2008, started my primary school. Now I've finished my 12th grade and I'm here. I came here when I was very small and now I'm very big, and I'm being happy being here, and it's been good since day one because I came from the streets where maybe you'll see some children we had going to give tea and other adults. That's where I came from, and now here I am. I'm a land person, that's why I'm speaking English, I guess so. So yeah, it's been great, it's been good, and thanks to God and our mom Lucy for the support that is giving to and the chances that is giving to people like us.
There are those who join the street, but still they have their relatives. They have like grandmother or grandfather or auntie somewhere. Even if the parents they are not there, maybe they have already passed, they have already died. The reason when we bring them to the orphanage and then we find they are somewhere they can go and stay, what we do, we just stay with them for a short time. They go through the rehabilitation. And if we find out now they can join school, we take them to school for a short time. We try to connect them with their relatives, and after that we take them home. We support them when they are staying with their relatives. Here in Kenya, the children start at nursery class when they are 6. Sometimes they start the school when they are 8 years, 9 years. So they go to the level of primary, they go the level of secondary school, and after that, who do very well in secondary school, we take them even to the university. We have this heart to support, we have this love to support these children, but sometimes they go to school. You will find most of the time teachers have sent them back because the school fees is not paid. They are requested to go back home so that they can wait until we pay the school fees. And then you find that's a problem for a child, because even if that child can do good in school, you find sometimes they don't do very good because the school fees is not there. They go to school some days and some days they are back home.
Charges we have is like school fees and food, money for taking them to the hospital.
So we have that problem of school fees, and still we have the problem of feeding these children, because like to feed a child, and they are quite a number. Most of the time we have the children between 50 to 70, because they go like, we go adding, and sometimes they do the exams, start at the 8th, from 4, but most of the time we have that number 50 to 70 in the orphanage. And to feed these children is very hard, to feed them breakfast and lunch and supper. And still we have the workers who cook for them and who wash the clothes for the small ones. So we have the need of to pay the school fees, to buy the food, and to pay the workers. So we have those who have finished their education, and for now they are working, and others, they have families now. So we thank God for the 5 years.
Hi, my name is Margaret Jesus. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
Naitwa Jamri, nataka kuwa mkubwa, nataka kuwa chef.
Hi, my name is Mimo. When I grow up, I want to be
Hi, I'm Evans Karanja. I'm a pupil class 8 Maheni. I would like to join secondary school, and I study like I join university and I become a lawyer. I like playing football, dancing, and eating. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Andrew. I have been here for 8 years, and now I'm graduating. When I grow up, I want to be an artist.
Hi, my name is Agnes. I'm in grade 8, and my dream career is to be an air host. That's what it has always been my inspiration since I was a child, and I've been here for 2 years now.
My name is Wilson. I'm in class 5. When I grow up, I would like to be a pilot.
Okay, my name is Peter Musioka. I came here the year 2008 when I was in standard 3, and I thank God because I did my primary school, and right now I'm in Form 4, hoping to do final exam so that I can hope to join college or university. So after finishing the school, I would like to do maybe music and some small carpenting, and maybe to help here in this orphanage. God bless you.
Hi, my name is John Ryder. I'm in class 6. I am here for 8 good years. My name is Meru Ongoi. I'm in class 6, and when I grow up I want to be a doctor.
Hi, my name is Brian Kinonji. I have been here for 10 years. I'm in class 8. I want to be an accountant.
James. I like to be my school. I have 16 years. When I grow up, I like to be a police. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Julie and I joined this children's home 2016 and I thank God for that. Right now I'm about to join college. I just completed my high school education last year 2021 and now I'm about to join a college. I would like to do home nursing.
Okay, hi guys again. My name is Alex, or you can call me Algratam. So there before I said when I grow up I want to be an aeronautical engineer. The most thing that I like is dancing, and I play football too, but I'm not that perfect. So if I can find someone to teach me more about it, I can be more perfect. So yeah, that's all. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Samuel Karue. I've been part of Gathiga Children's Home since 2010. I went through primary and high school. Life in Gathiga was fine. We are raised in a Christian-based foundation, and I'm currently doing video production. I thank the Lord for using Pastor Lucy and Duncan to help us and educate us. Thank you.
My name is Emma Wanjiru Kamau. I was born in the year 1999. My mother died and we had problems to pay for my school fees. My dad couldn't meet all the basic needs I needed. So I had to join Tuwape Tumaini Children's Foundation in the year 2011, where I started my classes from class 6 up to standard 8, and later I finished the primary school and joined high school. Later finished in the year 2017, and I was able to join university, Mount Kenya University, where I specialized in Bachelor of Arts in History and Kiswahili. I graduated last year with the second class upper division, and all I can say is that I'm so happy for the work that this foundation has done for me. I'm so grateful for the great job that these founders have done for me, and right now I'm focusing on getting a job where later on I can be able to pay back to the society the good job that have always done for me, that is the foundation, Tuwape Tumaini Children's Foundation. And may God bless Pastor Lucy Ndegwa and Duncan Ndegwa. May God bless them.
How are you? My name is David Joroge, one of the beneficiaries of Gathiga Children's Home that is under Tuwape Tumaini Children's Foundation. I joined Gathiga Children's Home back in the year 2009, that is 13 years down the line, and this was after I was left under the care of my grandfather after my mother and my grandfather and my grandmother had all passed away and it was challenging for my grandfather to cater for my basic needs like foods and clothing, and also paying for my school fees. And that's how I found myself in Gadiga Children's Home back in the year 2009. I was enrolled in primary school. I joined class 6 where I was when I was still at home, and I finished my primary level education. I joined high school under the courtesy of Gadiga Children's Home, and in the year 2015 I finished my secondary education, and in the year 2016 I was able to join Maseno University through the courtesy of Gadiga Children's Home also, and in the year 2020 through God's grace and His mercies I was able to graduate with Bachelor of Arts in Business Studies with Information Technology. I just want to say thanks to our mom, Lucy Njoki, and our dad, Duncan Degwa, for the support that they have accorded to us since the very first day I joined this institution or Gadiga Children's Home until now. Like I say, may God bless them and may He continue increasing them abundantly. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rosemary Njeri. I am 23 years old and I am a beneficiary of Gadiga Children's Home. I joined the orphanage back in the year 2009. I was 10 years old. The orphanage took me to Mahiaine Primary School where I started studying from class 6 until class 8. And when I completed my primary education, I went to Kihara Secondary School, which is a day school. I did 4 years of high school and completed my high school back in the year 2015. After high school, I went to Rubate Teachers Training College where I did my primary teaching education certificate. I finished my college back in the year 2018, and after finishing college, I didn't have a job, and the organization brought me here in Thailand in April 2019, and I've been working here since then. Now I'm almost finishing 3 years. I've been teaching kindergarten, I've been teaching high school and primary school students. I've been teaching them English and mathematics. So it has been a great journey with the orphanage. I want to express my personal gratitude to everyone, to Pastor Lucy and Duncan Degwa, and all the supporters and donors. I thank you so much because without you, I wouldn't be here or where I am today.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kennedy Nganga, one among the very many beneficiaries of Tuape Tumaini Children Foundation. I joined the institution back in 2013 when I was so hopeless without school fees. After staying for 3 years not in school, and my hope was almost shattered. But Duncan Degwa, during the street feeding program, took me to Tuape Tumaini Children Foundation. There I was enrolled to high school, joined high school in 2013, cleared the high school in 2016, and attained a grade that enabled me to join college. I have started a diploma in banking and finance and also pursuing CPA. I thank God for this far, and I thank God for Tuape Tumaini Children Foundation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Faith. I'm 22 years old. I'm an orphan. I'm the third born in my family. I was brought up by a single mom who later passed on, and we were left 4 siblings. My eldest sister was the one left as a breadwinner who used to go back to the street and be able to buy us food, or she used to go and to beg food for us so that we can be able to eat. One day when she was in that process while carrying my younger brother, she was hit by a car. And she died on the spot. But my younger brother was able to survive. We were left 3 with my elder sister, who was older than me, who was not be able to get her for us, for she was so young to do that. And that's when we met a good Samaritan who was a good friend of my mom. She was able to connect us with her son, who was in the children's home, where I joined, me and my brother, back in 2004. I was 5 years and my brother was 3 years old. I found a good family who welcomed us with warm hearts. They were able to take good care of us and my brother. Due to my age, I was bright enough whereby they were able to give me education. I started my kindergarten. I joined primary school. I also joined high school. And that's when I did my last paper back in 2017. And the letter made me realize that I can do better in order to stand by myself. They gave me ideas of how I can do a course and be able to do a good job. I later joined a college where I was pursuing social work and community development. The reason why I did that is because I really needed just to give back to the society due to my course. I knew that that course can change many lives. It can change many children out there who needed my help. And since then, they have been a good family to me. They have been supporting me in many ways, and I'm glad for them. Right now, I can be able to be independent. I can be able to be an independent woman. And I'm able to do many things that I couldn't do by myself. Till now, right now, as you can see, I'm able to do many things. Like right now I'm doing in a shop in order to support my needs and in order to support them, because they have been a good family to me. And yeah, that's all I can say. And as you are going to listen, I can say that I have come from far and I'm going to make it. Yeah, thank you.